All right, we're back. We're starting the second one here. Okay, what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to fill in all these blacks. Because I know everybody knows how to fill blacks, so it's okay. So just yeah, it's just so much easier than filling it in with a brush. And you could just come in and clean it up later, right? So it's just basically getting the outline right. And keep going around and going around. And you can get pretty precise with this too, right? So just got to watch out and make sure what's black and what's not, right? So yeah, filling blacks. Boring. Everybody's favorite job as an inker, filling blacks. It just makes everything just go so by so fast, so easy. In the olden days, they used to have helpers that would do this for you. The inker would do the main job. I would basically just basically character work. Then you'd hire somebody to do your backgrounds for you. So basically, you'd be just known as the character artist or character inker, where you'd actually have people do your backgrounds for you and everything else. It's times change. It's when money was prevalent, and now it's changed a lot. Just getting all the major blacks here, just so I can go in there and do the other stuff later with you guys. Yeah, if you're worried about, always come in here and clean it up later, right? So it's just as long as the main majority of it is all done, you've got nothing to worry about. Because you could always just come in here with white and just separate it or clean it up. But it just goes to show you how fast you can actually do a page now on the computer as opposed to doing it with the ink, ink and pen and or brush and pen or whatever. There's still a place and time for it, right? But now that I'm doing this, it's like, why bother anymore? It's just so much easier. You can get a page done, you know, 4 hours, right? Where it would take you a full 8 or maybe even 10 to do it, right? So it just, yeah, it just does for it just doesn't make sense to do it any other way. So just filling blacks. This will take no time at all. I'll do this big sickle. Just basically just doing the rough outline. Right, just, right there. Yeah, you can do it in one big piece or little pieces. You can just go like this. Easy peasy. Alright, so that's about that. So I'll just switch her back over into the pen. And then we'll start on his sickle here. And work our way down. Same as before. Just right, just separation, 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 separation. Right. Separate, 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 separate. Gives it more character, I think. See, and then here's another trick you can do. Let's just go in here and switch to white. Right? Like this. This. Like this. Go back to black. And just flick it out. 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 Just keep flicking. Remember, inside line's always nice and thin. Nice and thin. And bucket fill. Same here. lines in there. Remember, light's coming from the top, so your bottom lines here are always going to be thicker. Yes. Let's go straight on this one now. Remember, valleys, always add some more. All right. And if you're always curious when you're doing digital, if you want to see, like if your lines are too big, too thick, and you want to see exactly what it's going to look like when you're done, then you just go here, go to here, and then just drop your opacity. Then it'll show you. All right. If your lines are thick enough or not, if you want to go even deeper, right? Because then when you're done, you just erase the blue, right? By just going like this, right? And there's you're left with your inks, right? So getting back at it. We'll continue on with the bone down here. Inside lines nice and thin. Nice and thin. Try to do nice, just don't try to follow the lines exactly, because you want to make bone look like bone, right? Bone is not always smooth, right? Make it jagged and worn. Right. Remember your hills and valleys. Right. Since this is coming down here, remember, jet it out. And jet it out. Little teeth. And then since these are pulling out of the blacks, right? So flick up. Light coming down. This is actually part of his. Remember, light go down. Sorry, I don't want to get anybody sick here from returning the page all the time, but remember, vary your lines as much as possible. Here. Yeah, that's the other good thing about working digital, is if you're not comfortable when you're throwing lines, like you can only throw your lines a certain amount. Like say if you can only, over here, so you can only throw a line that you're comfortable with, you can only throw a line like that, right? But your line you have to throw is like over here, and you just shrink it down, right? Then you don't really have to worry about it. You can go higher or lower, right? Whereas with just a regular page photocopy, you're basically stuck with what you got, right? It also really depends on your DPI too that you're doing, right? You know, I'm at right now. I usually print at or do all my inks at 1200 DPI. I know everybody's like 1200 DPI, that's insane, but you know it's unfortunately I can't screen record and do it at 1200 DPI because my computer just laughs at it. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. Sure thing. Yeah, whatever you want, buddy. Not gonna do it. So now we're just having some fun with some lines right now. Just flick it out, right? And here you can go like this. And if you don't like it, you can just make them shorter and longer. Whatever you want to do. General rule is, you just basically do whatever the artist is telling you to do. But since you're just doing samples anyway, your editor's gonna, whoever's gonna be critiquing your work is gonna be like seeing what you want to do anyway. So that's why I suggest that you always, when you're doing samples and stuff like that, stay true to the thing, but just go nuts if you have to. If that makes any sense at all. Because they want to see what you can actually do. Everybody can see, hey, it's a good trace job, but like to see you think out of the box as well, right? See my very, very, very image inker, and I'll throw a little happy little line in there. There. Yeah, I just cannot stress enough how important this is to hit your lines all the time. And even if you have to, spend a couple hours a day, or not even that, just pick up a paper and just put 2 dots down and just throw lines. Because once you're consistently hitting that all the time, you will find your inking will improve 100-fold. Because you'll be able to do all these nice sweeping lines that you never be able to do before, and you won't have to pull out your French curve or something to do it in, right? And I'm just staying true to the thing, but just adding my own little finesse to it. And that has a lot to do with pressure. I'm just using the Surface Pro right now, but it's amazing what you can do when you know pressure. Just make it nice lines. Nice lines. Right. Yeah, like I say, if anybody's interested in my pressure settings or anything like that, I'm using Clip Studio 4 to ink, not Photoshop, so. This is probably the most tedious. Runs around the eye. Just fill it in. And usually the faces are the most important because they convey emotion. It's light and dark, light and dark. So you always, vary your lines as much as possible. And if I'm just rambling on. Yeah, okay, you remember that it's just because he's got these. It's large in here. It's not very good. But in here, he's got all these lines. But in the forehead, it dips down into the forehead. So you'll want your lines. Every line's got to make sense here. So your lines will come up from here. Right, pulling into the black there. Same with here. And then we're going to get into the hair. The hair is probably the easiest thing to do with, because you just want to hit that target, right? There, there, right? It's the same thing. It's just lines, right? Just remember, inside lines nice and thin, outside lines nice and thick. Right, you can just go in there and clean it up later. Or if you're not happy with it at all, just erase it. Here's probably the most tedious thing you can do, because it's just so easy to screw up. See, nice sweeping lines. As soon as you can hit that target, it's just. Right, screw up. Yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, just leave it in the comments below and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. I'm usually pretty good. I will be a lot better than what I was, so. I'm pretty sure you guys have a lot of questions about why I do stuff, so maybe I'll just maybe have a question and answer thing video when you guys get enough questions about why I do stuff. Just throwing lines. Throwing lines, that's all they are. One happy little line to another. Just flicking right now. Yeah, it's just digital inking is just the same as regular inking. After this, you'll go in and clean it up later, right? This is just getting your foundation down, is what I'd like to call it. But, you know, doing it digitally is a lot easier than cleaning up later than with the your whiteout. I just go in here. See, half these hairs weren't even in there. I just added them. Right, just it's more fuller. Remember this line here is overlapping, so you want it to be thicker. See, and then you just pull back. There you go. Still needs a lot of cleanup to do, but as you can see, it's you can see what I'm doing. Come back here, the neck. Go in here, sharpen this up. Now working on the hands. Let's bring this in a bit. Yeah, the biggest problem with doing Joe Mad's work is Sometimes it's hard to differentiate what he wants. If he wants it solid or if he wants it lined, like right in here, right? Like, why would he do all that if he wanted it black, right? Why would you have all the white in there, right? And remember, going down, thicken of the valleys. Here, and remember that his thumb is over top, so it's going to be thicker. Come over to his back. Right underneath, increase step and depth. Yeah, it's just vary your line weight as much as possible. Remember, light's coming up, coming down from his back, so this, then, yeah. It just emphasizes a strong light source coming from there, right? It's just broken lines. So. You get into pulls. Side lines, nice and thin. Let's see how this looks. See how this looks if I'm not butchering his work. Well, that looks alright. What do you guys think? Yeah, we're almost done already. Wow, that didn't take long, eh? So now we'll just work on his sickle. Basically just keep it uneven, because it's supposed to be an ancient medieval weapon, right? So it's not supposed to be brand new, straight out of the forge. Right, so just add pressure as you go, just make that jagged effect, right? And remember, inside line's nice and thin. Right, just push them down, flick them out, flick them out. Oh, it's a little thick. There. Dot and dash, that's what I call these. down into the sickle here. Almost done. Now you want to distract it going from the other way, right? So your lines are coming down, going into a black, but you don't want it coming up because it'll just look like, so it'll pull them down. Right here. Right. Very easy, just go stop, 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 stop. This is an easy way to get your stop and start. These old habits die hard, right? Here. So this page is being done in real time, so whatever the two videos add up to when I'm done is how long it took to do this page. So usually a little quicker than this, but for teaching purposes, hope I'm able to help you guys out here a bit. Wherever I can. Let's see what else we got here. So now this is covering this, right? So this is, these lines here are going to be a lot thicker, right? So just always think 3D, right? Now get into this. I want to keep it scratchy because it's just supposed to be an ancient weapon, right? So basically just doing what Joe's had as a base. Remember, light soft top, so I'm going to be heavy on the bottom. Light on top, on the bottom. Light up. There you go, almost done. And then you want the lines coming down. There. Of course, this is over top, so this is going to be thicker. Right here. Just got thin lines in there. I do believe we're almost done. Oh, almost done, almost done. And this over here. And we flick up. Right. That, other than just filling in blacks, you're done, done, done. So let's see here. I can do the lasso, which I should have done in the first place, but oh well. Oops. You can always just add a whole bunch of little effects with this when you're doing this. Let's see. It's all black. Now I'm just going to switch this back. There. Add some lines. So it's coming down, so it's going to be into the knuckle, right? his ear, I think we're done. Other than his ear, I think we're done. His neck. Sorry, just not doing the lasso fill on this one. Just see how long it actually takes. Long. Right. Then you just go in and add details, right? Then you could look at your lines and see if you want to add more weight to them, right? And that's your last process, is going back over your lines. See what lines you want to make pop, right? And you just sit there and you look at it. Like here. Some of the stuff will just get lost, right? And just pop the whole arm out, right? And then other than cleanup, that's pretty much it, kids. So I'll go in here later and I'll just refine some of the lines and clean up the hair a bit. Right, make sure it's nice and flowy. Remember, light on top, higher on the bottom, light on top, higher on the bottom. Right there. Then I'll do is I'll go in here and then I'll go to my layers, like that. There. So it looks like without the blue. I didn't butcher it that badly. Like I said, I just got to go in there and fix up the hair a bit. And there. And there. Alright, so the next video will be sequentials, story pages. I haven't decided which ones I'm going to do yet, so if you have any thing that you want to see, or by a particular artist, I will consider it. Alright, thanks everybody for stopping in, and the next video should be up shortly. Okay, bye.